Hey guys, it's Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf, and I'm back with another XCOM Let's Play. So this mission, I played through this mission. It was a pretty interesting one that I just wanted to highlight for you guys. So we started in the middle of the mission because I started the mission off and the game was bugged. The enemies weren't doing anything on their turn. So I decided I didn't feel comfortable winning a round pretty much for free. So in a brief moment of insanity, I decided to restart the game in hopes that the enemies actually put up a fight. And boy, did they deliver. So right now I have these three chrysalids that are stuck. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to clear them. I can't remember how I did this. I probably, it's looking like I'm considering blowing the ground out from under them because some enemies take fall damage, and I'm still figuring out who does and who doesn't. Like a turret, for example, if you see an enemy turret and you just blow the ground out from under it, it's an insta kill. You don't have to deal with it. Let's see. I don't remember what happened here, so let's see. The chrysalids fall, and I don't believe. Oh no, I think they did take fall damage. Yeah, they took an extra 3 damage from the fall. So it doesn't kill them like the turrets, but it's. I mean, damage is damage. Plus, for God's sake, I hate overkilling, especially by that much. It had like 4 health, and he hit it for 14 damage. But yeah, what was I going to say? Here I'm trying to keep Zulu, because Zulu has an ability where even after the team gets revealed, she stays concealed. So I'm trying to keep her concealed. I try to keep her concealed for as long as possible, so I can like scout and shit. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, using the grenade has the added benefit of shredding the armor of all the chrysalids. So anyway, now I've killed the 3 chrysalids, and I'm just trying to figure out where all the other aliens are. I have this thing that tells me the kind of aliens I'm going to deal with, so I came in here knowing that I was going to have to deal with like a gatekeeper and a couple of chrysalids, a couple of facelesses, which I don't believe I've shown you guys on the podcast yet. It's really fun. Oh, real quick. So this mission I'm in, sorry, coming from someone else. I forget the official word for it, but it's like a hostage mission or some shit like that. I think I show up and there are 13 civilians, and I have to save as many as I can. I have to save at least 6. So and every turn the aliens kill 1 civilian. So you gotta pick it up, and then you see how there's a circle around that civilian. You gotta move your hero into that circle, and then the civilian will leave, like so. However, I will. I think. One sec. Let's see what happens here. There's just something that happens once you get to a certain point in the game that I don't want to spoil the surprise. So I'm just waiting. I'm pretty sure it happens this turn. Oh, for God's sake, Fawaz, will you hurry up and make your goddamn move? Like, seriously, what am I thinking about? Now, to be fair, what I'm doing right now is smart. You should always, and what I'm doing right now thinking is smart. What I end up doing this turn is not smart. You never want to reveal shadows. Like, you see how the top of the screen is kind of shadowy? If you move into that area, you reveal that area, and if there's enemies in that area, you reveal the enemies, and the enemies become hostile. Until you've revealed most enemies, they won't become hostile. They won't like actively seek you out. Most enemies. There are exceptions. So if you just stood at spawn, you probably wouldn't run into a single enemy. So yeah, running into the shadows with your final move of that turn is the worst. Is one of the worst things you can do. Seriously, what am I doing right now? Well, yeah, running into the shadows with the final move of your turn is one of the worst things you can do, because when you reveal the enemies, then they'll move and then they'll have their turn, so they'll do all their shenanigans, and then your team will have a turn to react. So by the time your team has a turn to react, you might have lost a couple of team members. So seriously, did I get like a phone call or something? Is the game? I mean, were it not for the fire, I would have thought the game was frozen. I was probably like on the phone or something like that. I was frozen for like a good minute or two. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So there are these enemies called faceless. They are in every single one of these missions, and they hide as civilians. So you never want, okay, not never, but you rarely ever want to save a civilian with the last move of your turn, unless that is, unless you, unless you're down, sorry, unless you're very close to losing the mission and you absolutely need to save that civilian. Don't do it, because if you activate a faceless, then the faceless will do his shenanigans, and here the aliens are just making up for lost time, because I went through like 3 turns before I realized the game was bugged. So I escaped and I came back, and then when I came back, the aliens, well, making up for lost time, so they killed all the civilians that they would have killed in all those turns where they were bugged out. So shout out to the game for figuring, for like doing the calculation after the fact and figuring all that shit out. But yeah, now this stupid faceless, it misses. So the irony of this situation is that it misses, right? And I think the car explodes. No, it doesn't. No, the car did, yeah. So he missed the swipe, but then the car exploded and did a bunch of damage to Duchess, Jane Kelly. Shout out to Jane Kelly. The faces are not hard to kill. They're very, very, very easy to kill. They don't use cover, and they have no defensive modifiers. So I think you always have like 100% or close to 100% chance of hitting them. And then they have no armor, they have no defensive modifiers, so they're very easy to crit. They're just not, like, the big thing with them is that they're hidden. You don't know where they are. Once you actually find them, and if you don't lose anyone the turn that you find them, which I've never done, I'm yet to do, but yeah, if you don't lose anyone the turn that you find them, you can usually, like, look at that, my sniper has a 100% shot to hit, 30% shot to crit, and I believe I'm going to just straight up one-shot it even without a crit. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, well, there you go. I got a crit on him, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, faceless are really, really easy to kill. One other thing is that if you kill every single alien on the map, but you haven't revealed the faceless yet, the faceless will automatically reveal themselves. And I think there's usually about 2 on every mission. You actually need to kill faceless to reveal that. To build, you need the corpses of 2 faceless to build, what are those things called? Mimic beacons. So they're really useful in that sense, but they're not very tough. They're really not tough to kill. I mean, you usually take like some damage from them, so like one of your soldiers is probably gonna end up in the infirmary. But in general, they're like, compared to some of the shit that I have to deal with this mission, they're a cakewalk. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to figure out where the next group of enemies is, but then it's funny because it's trial and error. So you send out your first person to check an area, and then you don't reveal any enemies, and you send out your second person, and with each person that you send out and you don't find enemies, you become more and more terrified, because like I said, you don't want to use your last person to reveal the enemies or your ass is screwed. So yeah, here I'm just fortunately Zulu, and this is where concealment is important. If you reveal enemies with a concealed unit, they won't attack. So you have an opportunity to set up an ambush, and it's really useful. That's why sometimes I will forego attacking with Zulu on a turn where I mean, obviously I'll never pass up saving a teammate or preventing a teammate from taking damage. I never pass up that chance just to keep Zulu concealed. But if I can if I can get through a turn without killing anything, without revealing her, I often do. So yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out what direction I want to go, because like I said, I've already used up a bunch of moves, so I'm getting more and more reluctant to move. It's But like these missions, you can't mess around with these missions. You can't take too long, or you'll just straight up fail them. Fortunately, I haven't failed any yet, but we're getting there. So yeah, Zulu moves up. Duchess, is that Duchess? Yeah, that's Duchess. So I'm considering running in there, but like that was a smart move. I don't think there's any enemies in there, but you don't like. First of all, I think that was literally my last move. If I ran in there and I revealed, well, a gatekeeper, for example, then I would have been boned. So here, the gatekeeper. You see, remember when I said that some enemies will activate even if you don't go find them. Gatekeepers are amongst those enemies. So here, this was just some bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, first of all, I didn't move. I did not move, but the gatekeeper activated. The gatekeeper and two codexes, and then these two troopers activate. So my turn starts, and all of a sudden I have to deal with what, 5 different enemies. My units are out of position. This is the worst feeling when your sniper isn't in position, because, well, snipers can't move and shoot. They're firing a sniper rifle, because it does so much damage and it has such a high accuracy. You can't move and shoot it. So here I'm just trying to. I think I'm checking to see if I can. Okay, no, that's the acid bomb. Here I'm just trying to figure out what my options are. Zulu's on the other side of the map, so that's trouble in itself. I guess that's bad. I probably should stop doing that, moving my units so far away from each other. Because yeah, here I've activated units, and I don't think. Sorry. I don't think Zulu does anything this turn because she's so far away. I mean, I know she's a ranger, but like, look how far away she is. Even with run and gun, I don't think I can do anything. So I think at this point, I decide that concealment is really not that important. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out my angle, since I've come to terms with the fact that she isn't gonna do shit this turn. So I'm trying to set up a flank for next turn. I'm trying to set up to come from the side and blindside them or something. Here I'm just mad that I'm checking the percentages, seeing how much damage I can do. Like the issue with those codexes is that if you do damage to them and you don't kill them, they spawn a clone. So you want to one-shot them. Usually you want to shoot them with either your ranger or your sniper. There's also a gas canister that I'm trying to blow up because I hope it'll do extra damage to the gatekeeper. Unfortunately beef patty is kind of is too far out. Oh no, that's my frost ring. I'm trying to see if I can freeze something. I think I've used my mimic beacon. Have I used my mimic beacon already? No. Wait, why don't I use it? No, yeah, I still have it. Yeah, why don't I use it? Maybe that's what I'm doing here. And then I move in and I reveal even more enemies. I thought these enemies were activated already. That was why because I could see them. Okay, no. There were 3 more that weren't activated, but then I moved it and I activated them. So I'm sitting here and I've got what? 9 enemies to deal with. I am just like, holy shit, this looks like a save scum game. And here I'm just calculating, trying to figure out figure out what my options are, because this is not a good time. I'll tell you what. I was kind of upset when all of this transpired, but yeah, now I'm really fixated on trying to blow up that gas canister, because I'm hoping it'll do like serious damage to the gatekeeper. However, I miss. I don't know how you miss with grenades, but I found a way. But I shredded 4 of its armor. Huh. The acid. Did I just get lucky there, or does the acid grenade consistently? I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah. So there, she's got a clear shot at the thing, but I don't want to use her because I'm pretty sure I mimic beacon with her this turn. I mean, you don't want to not mimic beacon when you activate 6 enemies in a single turn. Here I think I should have taken a shot on the codex, but Okay, yeah. You see, this is a bad habit I have. I think I get really fixated on shredding all the armor off the gatekeeper. However, in a situation like this, I think I'm better off trying to kill as many of the other units as possible. That was a terrible move. Going up there. And then yeah, throwing this grenade was also not a good move. I don't think if I went through with it, I don't think this was a good move. Because I had a clear shot on the codex. I had a clear shot on the codex and I had her flanked, so I would have, if the shot hits, it was almost guaranteed to one shot her. And like, that's just one less enemy to deal with. However, doing all this damage, okay, sure, I've shredded the armor of the gatekeeper, but I've got no shot at killing it this turn. So you want to reduce the number of people that can shoot at you or your teammates. That should be your game plan. If you remember in the last video, when I ran into a situation like this, yeah, I calculated what enemies were more likely to shoot at me the next turn, and then I dealt with those enemies specifically. So yeah, you see what I mean? I'm just so fixated on trying to blow up that gas canister and trying to. Now, to be fair, I did a lot of damage to it there. Holy shit. Yeah, it's almost dead. In fact, this is where my two people being out of position really hurt. If my sniper had a shot, excuse me, if my sniper had a shot on the gatekeeper, I probably could have killed it. I could have activated Serial, killed it, and then killed a couple of other people. But well, he wasn't. So here I'm trying to use my grapple, trying to see if that'll give me a better shot. Let's see, what do I end up doing? I took the, okay, I think I activated Serial. Yes, I did. So I killed the first dude. So I'm trying to see how many I can kill. 83%. So there we go. I took 2 out. That's good. That's good. But yeah, you see, if I had then used at least one of my other units to take one more person out, then all of a sudden, I have like a lot less stuff to worry about this turn, as opposed to that move where I spent 4 people trying to deal with the okay, and this cone here is called kill zone. So how it works is you activate the ability, and then if any enemies move within that area, he takes a free shot at them. It's a really cool ability when used properly. I don't think it worked very well this time, but in general it's a nice ability. So here I'm almost 100% sure I used the mimic beacon here. I've used up all my moves and I've still got like 5 enemies alive. So yeah, and I've got what's her name on top of a truck completely out of position. That was such a bad play. Like, I think even at the time I realized that was a terrible play. But yeah, here I'm trying to throw it in an area where they need to waste an action on moving, or it reduces the chances of them one-shotting it. Because if I drop it directly in front of them, then they just turn around, they shoot it. The gatekeeper, for example, gets 2 actions every turn, so it can shoot it, kill it, and then still turn around and shoot one of my dudes. So yeah, here I'm putting it up on the roof in hopes that yeah, a couple of them waste their actions. There, the gatekeeper got, and this is weird because I look at the gatekeeper and it looks mechanical, right? But it's actually an organic enemy because I can poison it, and there it was dealing with acid burns. Mechanical enemies don't deal with acid burns. So here you see that's kill zone. It activated. He got the shot. Did he get the kill? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So let's see if somebody else moves from the truck. Unfortunately, he doesn't have vision on the gatekeeper. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have killed it there. Yeah, because the stupid ass gatekeeper then killed my mimic beacon. So now this teleports over here, and I think it activates that stupid gun emptying ability. God, I hate this ability. It empties your guns and it sets down this purple nova that's going to blow up. So you have to use up both of your actions that turn, because you need one action to move out of the nova and another action to reload. It pisses. I mean, it's a really good ability, but it still pisses me off. Here I get lucky and Zulu. The shot misses on Zulu, but then she gets hit for 7. Well, 6 plus the armor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Then we have the 2 guys who are in the bus that decided not to do anything this turn, so that was fortunate. So yeah, now I'm feeling a little better, you know. Nobody died and only one person got hit. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, first things first. I think here I'm trying to get a freeze grenade off. It's really useful. Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can freeze. I'm trying to see what I can freeze. Unfortunately, it's not looking like much. So yeah, I'm just looking through, seeing what my options are. These 2 girls are screwed because they're empty, but then they also have to move. So I think the first thing I do is I use Zulu to kill the Codex that flanked her. It's it's such an easy kill. The Codex doesn't have a lot of defenses, and so yeah, if I can just go around and flank her with a ranger, yeah. To this point, I'm yet to not one-shot them, because you get 100% shot. And then on top of that, I didn't check the percentage on the crits, but if it's not 100, it's pretty damn close, because I very frequently get 100. So yeah, here I should have grappled onto the roof. I think I grappled up to that rock, but I still don't have vision. This is one of the more annoying parts of playing a sniper, is when you just don't, when the geography just doesn't give you look at this, he still has no vision, so he's going to be completely useless this turn, you know, because if I move I can't even put him into sniper Overwatch. Oh wait, not completely useless, he can use his pistol, but yeah, I can't even put him into sniper Overwatch. I need to get him a better pistol. That pistol is shit, man. It does like 2 damage on average. Yeah, so yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out what other options I have. Like, she's got a couple of easy flanks, but I don't want to take the flank on the Codex because I'd be sorry, I'd be in between like 3 enemies. However, she does have an ability called Untouchable, where if she gets a kill well, first of all, if she gets a kill, she can move. That's the Implacable ability. And then on top of that, if she gets a kill, the next attack on her will miss. So here I'm like, okay, you know what, Nova, you're just gonna have to, because I really need to kill this this gatekeeper. So I'm like, okay, you know what, Nova, I'm just gonna leave you in this explosion, or you're just gonna have to take one for the team. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with. Yeah, I think I'm trying to, because there's a dude next to the bus there, and I want to try and get him and and the gatekeeper, but then in case I blow up the bus, I wanted to get Duchess off it. So yeah, Duchess gets in, and yeah, flanks with Rangers are almost always guaranteed kills, you know. If you don't kill them with the regular shot, you're gonna kill them with rapid fire. But yeah, the first shot does like 17 damage. And that was 100% chance to hit shot. So yeah, now she gets the Implacable ability, and I can move into better cover. Let's see. Yeah, she can't do anything. She's already used up all her action. She can only move into better cover, or get herself ready for a good move on the next turn. So yeah, here I'm trying to do it again, trying to get the the gatekeeper and the dude on the bus. So here I get it. Unfortunately, the gatekeeper still has 1 health, which is so annoying. However, I forget that I gave her an ability where using her gun or explosives with her first action doesn't end her turn. So it's like, oh shit, son. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, combat protocol. So combat protocol does guaranteed damage. This is actually what I should have done. I shouldn't have used the rocket launcher. So it's this move where she sends out her little robot and it does guaranteed damage every single time. However, I was under the impression that it didn't end her turn if it was done as her first action. So I did it, and I didn't move, and now she's stuck in the explosion and she's about to get blown up. So this was a bit of a learning experience for me. But hey, you know, you live and you learn, and it could have been much worse. So yeah, now I'm just gonna use beef patty to freeze that dude up, so my teammates don't have to get shot this turn. Because that's really just the key, you know, like even if you don't kill all the aliens, if you just reduce the number of aliens that shoot at you, because here's the thing, no matter how much cover you're in, no matter how good the cover is, no matter how high your defenses are, if the enemy shoots at you 100 times, eventually they're going to hit you. And on the higher difficulties, you don't want enemies to hit you. No matter how good your armor is, no matter how good your cover is, no matter how good all those defenses you have are, you do not want enemies to hit you. Like, that's 6 damage. That's like a couple of days in the infirmary right there. You know, if like a surprise mission happens in those 6 days, then I'm screwed. My support is MIA. Here I'm panicking. I thought she was dead here, straight up. She was flanked, and then I forgot about the ability, the untouchable ability. But yeah, I straight up thought I was about to lose Jane, which would have sucked because she's one of my favorites. She's actually the first unit I got, so you know there's that special bond bullshit. But yeah. Fortunately, I have this really cool untouchable ability. So she just put on her hammer pants and told the codex that she could not, in fact, touch this. So now I'm like, okay, here, this is how you flank, shorty. Here, let me show you something real quick. So like I said, you flank a codex with a ranger, it's a guaranteed kill. Every time, especially with these weapons, because these are like these are end game weapons. With end game weapons, it's a guaranteed kill every time. So yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, I've gotten through the worst of it. You know, I killed both codexes. Sorry, I killed I killed the gatekeeper, and I think I've killed all the chrysalids. So that's left now are just regular soldiers. So you know, first things first. There's a bunch of them inside this bus. So I'm just trying to blow it all to smithereens, you know. Give us vision on the people in the bus, and sorry, I'm not sure what's going on. And maybe give me a flank or two. So yeah, I blow it up, and where is there no one in the bus? Did I just imagine things? I swear there were 2 guys in the bus. I guess not. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, I killed one of them with Killzone when he was trying to attack Zulu, I believe. And then I can't remember what I did to the other one, but oh well, doesn't matter. So I killed the last dude, and if I'm not mistaken, a faceless is going to pop. It's going to pop up now. Yeah. So the dude on the roof turned out to be a faceless. Any minute now? I guess not. Oh yeah. He did transform. He just didn't catch it on camera. So yeah, I do this ability that it does like a nice chunk of damage, and it's supposed to quote unquote rupture the enemy so that they take extra damage from all other sources. But like I said, facelesses have very little defense. They don't use cover, so even my heavy had a 70-something% chance of hitting the faceless from the low ground. So yeah, and I survived. That is the most wounded soldiers. Those are the most wounded soldiers I've ever had, and that was one of the most difficult missions I've done. Like, the mission itself wasn't hard; it was the battleground. You know, my sniper, they couldn't do much because she was completely out of position for like the entire fight, and I was just surprised. Like my ranger was out of position. It was a tough mission, a very, very tough. It was a very tough mission. I just found it ironic that, you know, this is pretty much what I asked for. Had I not reloaded my old save, I probably could have cruised through this mission, because the enemies just weren't doing anything on their turn. Anyway, just wanted to highlight that for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. let me know in the comment section if you're liking the XCOM videos. I'm really liking this game. So if you guys are feeling it, I've got a lot of content for you. Anyway, as always, if you like what you see here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. It's going down. It's going down. Basement.